before we head out of here, possibly the last time this season. Wild to say that. I was looking at I have it right in front of me here. The win-loss for me and Derek actually did it before the season. I'm rocking an 11-win year. So I possibly am over, and I'm only one game off. I actually made a bet. Maybe I brought this up during the week. Made a bet with a buddy earlier in the season, much earlier in the season. And he was busting me, texting. He's like, actually, it was during the preseason. He's like, dude, there's no way the Steelers win 8 games. I was like, I bet you the Steelers win 10 games this season. He's like, all right, $1,000. I don't have $1,000 to bet. No, I'm a journalist, okay? But obviously I said, yes, sounds good. Non-serious. And 3 weeks ago, they're in the midst of that losing streak. I get a text and he goes, can't wait to get that $1,000. I didn't reply. Here they are, possibly winning me $1,000. So shout out the Steelers. That's the biggest game at hand here is my wallet, hands down. Second is the playoffs. Your keys to victory, possibly for the last time this season, Pittsburgh Steelers versus Baltimore Ravens, Week 18.
Yeah, there are tears in my eyes. I hope this is not the last time we get to do this, but I think my key to victory is kind of letting Mason be Mason. There is, I don't know, he, as good as the run game has been, I think Mason's been the real catalyst for why you're here, been the biggest reason why you're in this position in the first place, to kind of salvage this year and get back into the playoffs. And I don't think you can play any different of a style this time. I don't think you can try to put a limit on him. I don't think you can. I don't think you should try to play any differently than how you have over the past 2 weeks. You gotta hang it all out. You gotta just let it rock. And I think Mason's got to continue to be aggressive. He's got to be able to throw downfield. He's got to, take those shots, or else the Steelers just kind of won't have the same success in the run game. They won't be as efficient offensively. It's been complimentary football and offense, going deep and setting up the run game for the pass, setting up the pass for the run game. So there's no reason to put a lid on Mason now after he's led you for 3 weeks to some pretty good numbers. So my key to victory is just letting Mason continue to cook, keep having that confidence in him. And obviously he's got to make the most of those opportunities again.
So I'm going to build off that. My key to victory is play to win. Don't play not to lose, and play to win early. Shut this game out. Put this game out of reach by halftime. And that goes right to Mason Rudolph. Let Mason Rudolph cook, just like you said. Let George Pickens cook. Let Deontay Johnson cook. Score touchdowns as fast as you can, as efficiently as you can. Don't try to run the clock out. Don't try to make this a 14-7 game. Try to make this a 30-7 game, and try to make it at 30-7 as efficiently and as smoothly and as quickly as you possibly can. Give yourself the idea that, okay, we got to be scoreboard watching at the end of the day and the next day, because that halftime locker room speech is just about, do not mess this up. Don't lose the game now. We've put ourselves in this position. Just don't lose it. That's my key to victory, is do not approach this game as, don't be scared. Don't live in your fears. Don't do all the things that you say you do not do that we call you out on all the time as Steelers analysts, saying you do those things. Just go out there, win a game, win as dominantly as humanly possible. That starts with your quarterback. It starts with your superstars. Give them the ball. Let George Pickens cook. Let Deontay Johnson cook. Let Mason Rudolph go into the offseason. And if you do not make the playoffs, the question is, like, how do you remove that guy after the performance he put up in Week 18? Like, how do you do that? Like, that should be everybody's mindset in the Pittsburgh Steelers coaching staff this week. I get it. Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren they're your identity. That's your offense. Use them too, and use them as much as you possibly can. But your goal should be to put this game away as quickly as you possibly can. Play to win. Do not play to lose. We'll see what happens. That being said, again, for the last time, we should have brought the thing up. We'll bring it up on Monday. We'll bring up the final count here on Monday. Your prediction, Week 18, Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, a potential playoff sending game at M&T Bank Stadium. What's your prediction?
Yeah, so I think I don't think the Steelers are actually going to be able to really, like you said, put this game out of reach real quickly. I actually think this will still kind of just end up being a close game just by, I don't know, That's what history tells me, is that
Yeah.
Steelers Ravens games are always going to be close, kind of no matter the situation. I think the Steelers do win. I'm riding the wave of optimism I've had for the past couple of weeks, I guess. I feel really good that the Steelers make the playoffs, and I think that starts with this win on Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. Close, like I said. I'm going 20-16 Steelers win, and they end up making the playoffs. I'll throw another prediction on top of that.
Oh, okay. They end up making. You got a game that loses? How they get in there?
I hope my roommate doesn't see it because he's a huge Bills fan. But I think Miami wins, and I think that's what kind of puts them over the top.
Wow, dude, you guys, that could be a very aggressive household Sunday night. Could be really upsetting.
Because my other roommate is a Steelers fan, and he's been talking to me all week about he's the biggest proxy Dolphins fan there is right now.
Yikes! There could be fist thrown Sunday night football in the Thompson household. That could be a rough one. Dolphins lose, huh? Or Dolphins win, huh? All right, I'm going blowout. I think the Steelers walk away with this one. I think that they solidify that they are a playoff team. I'm going Steelers 30. 3 30-point games in a row for Mason Rudolph. Baltimore Ravens 17. 30-17.
Wow.
I think Tyler Huntley doesn't look bad, but I just don't think that Baltimore's got the juice. And I think by like the third quarter, it's more of just like, all right, let's just move on. Let's get to the playoffs here.
Let's put running clock on. Everyone can kind of get out of here.
Yeah. I'm saying they also get into the playoffs. That is my prediction here. I'm going to go the other side of that coin, though. I'm saying it's we get to cozy up and watch the game in some comfort Sunday night because Jacksonville loses to Tennessee. Mike Vrabel gives one hell of a speech afterwards. You know, the Trevor Lawrence injury kind of bangs them up too much where they can't get anything done, and it is a Pittsburgh Steelers playoff berth by 4:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. That's my prediction. Hopefully we're right on this one. We come back on Monday. It's not our fault. There are a lot of people out there saying the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to make the playoffs, so don't be putting this on us. With that said, hopefully everybody enjoys a very, 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 very successful weekend watching the Pittsburgh Steelers and the rest of the NFL. And just like we said at the beginning of the week, enjoy this. Enjoy how great of a weekend of football this is about to be as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. It does not get, even if it's filled with anxiety and filled with maybe at the end of it just some serious anger and depression, it is as good as it gets when it comes to NFL football, and this is a way to go out as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan in Week 18.